subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
But anyway, we got BB the bed wench in here. What's up, BB?
Oh, okay. How you doing, Tariq?
Good, BB.
I had a few questions for you tonight.
Right. And by the way, family, she's a Jamaican tether bed wench. So
No, I'm not. I have family from Jamaica. I'm from Detroit,
yeah,
Michigan.
you're a Jamaican. So I'm just giving the family a heads up. She's a pathological liar and a tether. So
Okay.
Tell me how I'm a
man,
pathological liar, Tariq.
you just say shit to be saying it. Um,
Now you say a lot of things too as
no, I
well.
don't, man. And also, you try to lie about your lineage, and then you finally reveal that you're Jamaican.
Because that's the whole FBA thing. You always that's your go-to point.
But then
Where
you
you
tried
from.
to hide and lie, and and eventually came out. You're
But why is that? Why does that matter so much to y'all? Because that's all y'all have.
because you're a liar, and a lot of tethers are liars and deceptive. But go ahead. What questions did you have, ma'am?
Okay, I had two questions about your museum actually.
Oh, really?
Um, do you guys own the Hidden History Museum or is it a nonprofit organization?
What do you mean?
Do you own it? Do you own the building or are you renting it?
Who would I be renting it from?
The person that you brought it from, that you rented it from.
Who?
You tell me.
You're the one making the accusation. So who are we renting it from? You made the accusation.
Well, on if I Google it online, it say it's a nonprofit organization. That means you don't own it, right?
What museums are not nonprofits?
But I thought that you had owned it, like you was buying it. Because I remember when you first came out saying about the whole museum thing, the video,
Try
and
it again.
saying that
Let's try it again. What museums are not nonprofits? Almost every museum is run by a nonprofit.
that is true. But
What are you talking?
I'm going off a video that you made before the museum was
What are
created.
you talking?
That's all.
Most museums are run by nonprofits. So what are you?
Okay, we got that. They are run by a
So what are
nonprofit.
you?
But what I'm saying is, do you guys own it?
Who else would own it?
Excuse me? What you say?
Who else would own?
Do you have a part owner or do you just own it? Period yourself.
Who else would own it?
That's what I'm asking you.
Okay, but if you're asking means do you have some information of somebody else owning it? Why would you ask me that? Who else would own it?
No, I just wanted to know because I remember when
Remember
you
what?
had first came out with the idea of the museum. Because I heard that I heard a couple of people that went and they said it's like an art gallery or whatever like that. It's just pictures on a wall. So I'm just trying to figure out what kind of
What
museum it
else is in
was.
a museum?
A lot of things in museums. I've been to a couple of
But man,
museums.
it's better than the museum in your face.
I heard that it's like a laughing lounge. I heard like it's like a comedy lounge or something. It has a bar in there. It just have pictures that you guys printed off the internet. So I'm just trying to figure out like what kind of museum it is.
It's better than the museum in your failed homeland.
Excuse me?
It's better than the museum in your failed homeland of Jamaica. That,
I'm not. I have family in Jamaica. I've been here in Detroit almost 34 years,
that's
sir.
all that matters. It's better than the failed museum in your homeland. And and
Have you ever been to a
I
Jamaican
have,
museum
our
before?
museum is 10 times better. Now, what does that
What museum? Your museum or a museum's
the
period?
Hidden History Museum, ma'am? We
Sir, you don't have anything in there.
people in here now who've been to the Hidden History Museum and they love it. It's better than your museum in your homeland. So, what does that say about you and your culture? Hmm?
I'm a
You're what?
that doesn't I'm not talking about my culture. I'm
I'm
talking about we're talking about your museum and I'm asking
our
you,
museum.
okay, look,
Look,
okay.
ma'am, our museum is better than your national museum. So that's what you need to focus on. How come your national museum ain't even up to par to our museum, beloved? Hmm? Let me get our sister Nikki in here. Nikki, hop on, beloved. We got sister Nikki. Nikki, go ahead, beloved.
I just wanted to put something in a jumbotron. Hi, Tariq,
Hey, dear.
for you. Just there you go.
Let me see what's in the jumbotron. Okay. Let me see. It didn't come in yet, Nikki. I didn't see it. It might take a second to get up. I don't see it yet, Nikki.
She's saying something about you pimping. Have we been pimped out yet? And then she hashtags Hidden History Museum.
Oh, yeah.
It's very offensive. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a tether. Again, these tethers, the hidden, thank you, beloved. Let me tell you something, FBA family, this is what I'm saying. The Hidden History Museum really made the tethers like this upset because we got something built very quickly and we didn't have to kiss white people's asses. And that makes tethers feel a certain way. The museum really with their self-esteem. The tethers got a real bug in their ass about our museum because it's fly and we enjoy ourselves and we have great events and we didn't have to suck white ass to get it. And we did it very quickly. Whereas you go to their homelands, their museums are dilapidated, they're raggedy, run down. Little,
But your museum don't look nothing like the
yes,
video
it
though.
does.
It doesn't.
Yes, it
It
does. In
doesn't.
fact, there's more stuff in the real museum that was on the video that we put out explaining what's going to be in it. Go look at the video, and
What happened to
the video that we put out, it wasn't really nothing in the museum. We have more stuff in the actual museum than we had in the video. So we over delivered, and the community loves the museum. Whereas your failed community is so bad, y'all can't build anything and you have to flee here, beloved, because you're a failed tether bed wench. That's the difference between us and you, right? Right, BB?
You're missing the point that I said. You
It's
wanna keep saying I'm a tether and I'm from Jamaica and all this.
exactly because y'all people from these failed cultures who can't build nothing always want to point the finger and project your jealousy onto us when we build some shit and we got lesser numbers and you're the majority and you can't build nothing. So just say that. You can't build what we built. Our museum is fly. You ain't built nothing. All you did was build a raft to flee from Jamaica and find you a white man somewhere, like the Bedouins you are. Right, BB?
Okay. Can I just ask one more question then since
BB,
you wanna keep lying?
no, you're the one lying, BB, with your jealous ass. You're jealous of foundational black.
Why would I be jealous of a
You're jealous because you can't build nothing. You fled and you're over here in the shit we built, wagging your little tether finger, ma'am. Also, BB, you work in the medical industry, right? Aren't you like a nurse?
Yeah.
And another thing, family, FBA family, I want y'all to notice these nurses who work in the medical industry. Please be careful with your sick and elderly loved ones around these people because I have a problem with these tethers who got a lot of little contempt for us working in the medical industry. And when some of our elders get around these people, they're very abusive. I saw a video of it was an elderly black man recently. I think this was in New York. And some damn Jamaican tether nurse was hitting him with a broom. And we got to watch these people. I don't like the fact that a lot of these vitriolic anti FBA tethers are working in the medical industry. I got a problem with that.
That's real racist to say.
Right. Yeah. So we got to watch your little old dusty, musty tether ass and make sure our people are good around you. But anyway, let me get
Did you
no, no, and that's real. Oh, I got to find that clip. I gotta find that clip of this elderly black man getting beat on. He's about to whoop our ass too, by the way. But he's like, they're in a nursing home, and she's up here hitting him with a stick or some shit, and she has an accent. We gotta watch these folks. It was another woman who called up. from Arizona. She was living in Arizona. She was working as a nurse too. If y'all remember, she called up one of the Twitter spaces, and I think she was from Kenya. But she had a lot of contempt for foundational Black Americans. And we really gotta watch these folks, man. We gotta watch these people. TMC, what's up, brother?
Hey, Flex, what's going on, brother? How are you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you, sir?
Man, can't complain, brother. So, first of all, I'm non-FBA. I've been rocking with you since like 2004
Yes, sir.
when I was in college. Matter of fact, I'm one of the original 300.
Oh man, I love it. Love it.
Yeah, that's how long it's been, right?
Yes, sir.
I just want to say something, right? My FBA family, I really love you guys. Like my FBA family, you guys really educated me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've been married to my FBA wife for about 17 years,
Love it.
right? And her family really put me up on game, like real early on. And you'll be surprised, right? They taught me a lot about white supremacy. Coming from Africa, I literally had no idea how prevalent white supremacy was, right? And you put me on to people like Dr. Francis Cress Welsing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And other scholars, man. I just want to tell you thank you. And we really appreciate y'all. And I actually have one question.
Yes, sir.
What do you think we need to do to get like more non-FBA people on code in our land?
Yeah, thank you. Good question. Just check them, man. Y'all need to check them before we check them. Because right now the checking is hard. We ain't taking no bullshit. So it's just best to holler at them because now we got some straightening going on. We getting all this stuff straightened out. We're checking everybody's lineage. We're checking everything. And just any form of disrespect, we're just not going to let that happen. We're just not letting it happen no more. Let's get Jabrizi. Yeah, just like with that Jamaican Wench who just called. Stuff like that. We're checking. Yeah. Jabrizi, what's up, brother? Jabrizi. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Uh-oh, hold on. Let's get the misinformation ranger. I don't really, speaking of Tether, I'm not going to have you on too long because I know he's going to start trolling. But where you been hiding, misinformation ranger?
Why you think I'm a troll, man? I just be having conversations with you, brother.
Where you been hiding?
I've been here, been around, living in this world where Elon and the Pajits about to take over.
Yes, indeed.
You know,
Yes, indeed. What's going on with you, man? What's on your mind?
I just wanted to ask you a question. What is your New Year's resolution, Tariq?
To make sure wide hip niggas don't come over here trying to undermine foundational Black Americans. So that means all eyes on you.
Yo, why y'all be editing people's hips? Like, Red Joke is a weird
Nobody's
dude
editing your hips.
doing that.
Nigga, you got
Oh yeah,
you got childbearing hips. Ain't nobody editing your hips. Them hips is real.
You think that's real? Hey, I want to challenge you in two things:
well,
100-meter dash and
not in a
50.
hula hoop contest because you're gonna win that with them.
Nah. All right, cool. I'm gonna win the hula hoop, 100-meter dash, and a bench press contest. You'll take up that challenge?
Yeah, I could take up the bench press, but yeah, with against you, no, you got hips like FloJo, so I don't know if I want to run with them hips because you got all types of horsepower with them hips. So I don't know about that. But thank you for the call. Thank you so much. This nigga is built like a post-op stud. I don't know what kind of build this nigga got. Okay, yeah, these niggas is weird, man. I don't know where these dudes come from. Let me get some more folks in here. We in here heavy. We in here heavy. All right. Let's get many flavors in the building. Many flavors in the building. What's up, many flavors? What's going on, many flavors?
Tariq, how are you doing, my brother? How are you today?
This nigga, oh God.
The thing is this, brother. How are you doing today, Daddy?
Man, you got to get the accent. God damn. You gotta figure out which accent you want to do. All right. You got to get the right accent going. Man. All right. Let's get some more people in here. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're ready to get it popping. Raise your hand if you are ready to get it popping. All right. Let's get Guapo Main. Let's get Guapo Main in the building. Guapo Main in the building. What's up, Guapo?
Yo, what up,
What's up,
Tariq?
Guapo? How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm from
Oh,
Gardena. Jay from
oh
Gardena.
yeah. Shout out to Gardena, man. What's on your mind? Have you been to the museum?
Yeah, I was at both of the comedy events. I dapped you up both times.
Okay, yeah, yeah. That's what I thought. What's going on with you, man?
Yeah, shit. I was just wondering if reparations and shit go through, right? You're trying to get the homeless and like niggas with no bank accounts paid. Is that would that like halt it, and hold it up?
No, well, if they can trace their lineage, because a lot of homeless people don't have no paperwork, so you got to have some paperwork to kind of show your lineage. And
Right.
so you got to be able to trace your stuff back. And a lot of homeless people don't really have documentation like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it is. And then there's some pitfalls there, but that's not going to stop everybody else from getting what they're supposed to get. Let's get Mario. What's up, Mario?
How are you doing, Mr. Tariq Nasheed? Can you hear
I can
me?
hear you, Mario. You got about 3, 4 different flags up there. Where you from, man?
And now it's because I'm half Kenyan, half Congolese, but I live in the UK for my accent. You can tell, innit?
Hey,
But yeah, this is to help out. This is to that baby Moultrie girl. Yeah, she's dumb. Let me break it down to her so that she can understand. You own the building where the museum is, so therefore it is private property. All museums are non-profit because they're not out for making money. They get money through donations and through grants. That's how they
yeah.
work. So you can do whatever you want to do with your museum because it's your own private property. So she needs to know that, and I know she knows that. So when she's talking about pimped out, she's stupid on that level. Now, my qualm is with Nikki the God. I love this. I love you guys. I love your spaces. But Nikki the God, there was something you said a couple of months ago about some village in Africa where they were fighting for child marriages to be legalized. I wanted to know what country is that, please.
Uh,
And that's it.
okay, okay. Well, I'll ask Nikki about that. Okay, but thank you, brother. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was about. But Nikki the God, that's my home girl. So I don't know what that was about. But yeah, he did make a point about, yeah, most museums are nonprofit because you get donations and grants and things like that. So, the tether class try to move the goalposts so they can hate because they're gonna hate no matter what. The name of the game is just to hate on the shit. And they can't really hate on it. So they gotta dig up some reasons to hate. It looks fly. People come down to have a good ass time. So, well, do you own it? Well, is it a nonprofit? How much money? You're just fishing for something to hate on. You know what I'm saying? That's how thorough we are. When we can build something, and then you want to hate on it so bad, you gotta fish for something to hate. I don't like. How come the parking lot ain't got no handicap parking? How come? How come with no? It was only 3 rolls of toilet paper in the bathroom. Yeah, you fish for something to hate on. Yeah, you'll find something, which proves our point about hating tethers. Uh, that's why all I have to say is our museum is better than what's in your failed homeland, ma'am. That's all you need to know. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about it. When the Myron Gaines and people like that notice when you start pointing out, hey man, before you wag your finger, why is your homeland so janky? Well, let's not talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about it. No, let's talk about it. Because you got so much to say about what we're doing. How come you ain't gotten half the shit what we're doing popping in your homeland? Oh, that's different. Oh, no, it ain't. No, it's not. That's very relevant. You need to be taking care of that. Yeah. Let me get someone. Let me get Aryan G. Aryan God and the brother Aryan God. Aryan God in the building.
Thank you for having me up, Tariq.
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Good, man.
You know, I wanted to say you are a legend, man. You are a icon. I found you in 2012 when I was 16 years old, and I was just entering high school at the time, and I was looking for advice on how to deal with females. And there were a few pickup artists, white pickup artists, a guy named Player Supreme, and you.
Yeah.
I binged all of your podcast videos about Player Be Played and the art of
Yeah.
macking, and I pretty much became a bookworm from there.
Mm, mm.
So that pretty right. So that leads me to my next point. Um, I find it strange that Myron loves to spam the N word in this low IQ garbage, but he's pretty much eating off a lane that you created. Because at the time I found your material, there was nobody on YouTube or the internet talking about female nature. And I want to say this to Myron. I know you're listening. You're nothing but a bought and defector. And if it wasn't for foundational Black Americans, your ass would still be in Sudan trying to sell your family members for a camel and two goats. All that.
Thank you. Yeah. And Arian brought up a good point. Myron and those dudes, Myron he's trying to spit old shit that I was spitting 20 years ago. That stuff, that manosphere stuff, that's that old family. We were doing that back in the Mac lessons days. These dudes are new. Y'all Johnny come latelys. We've been talking about that stuff. We were breaking the game down and dating and dealing with women and how to step your manhood game up. I was doing that over 20, what shit? Um, well, writing books about it in 2000. And then we started doing Mac Lessons Radio, which was one of the first podcasts because at the time there weren't many podcasts. I was doing that. I did Mac Lessons Radio in 2006. That's when I started doing Mac Lessons Radio. And the title was what we were doing, giving dudes lessons on how to Mac and how to have a tight mouthpiece. I've been saying I gotta do some kind of documentary on the impact of Mac lessons because that changed the game. You had to be around for those days because there was YouTube wasn't really popping like that. There was no such thing as a YouTuber. You understand? There were no streaming platforms at the time. Um, with YouTube, you can only put up a video for 15 minutes on YouTube back in 2006. So we couldn't put our stuff on YouTube like that. YouTube only had a 15-minute limit. A lot of folks don't know that in the early days of YouTube. Um, but yeah, that's something that we might have to do a whole project about talking about the impact of Mac lessons and all that.
You wait, you wait.